We are open for business. Hello everybody, Jan Hicks of Jan Hicks Creates here. It's time. You can see Nina has joined us for this exciting announcement. She's very excited. Oh, baby kitty. She's just been working day and night, and so she's exhausted. All right, Jan Hicks Creates stunning cross-stitch design is open for business. Oh, now I've disturbed her. She's going to turn the other way. I'm so excited to share it with you. I don't have any notes, so hopefully there won't be too many ums here, but there will be some as I try and remember everything that I wanted to tell you. So at this point, I have maybe about 10 designs up. I am adding more every day, of course, 1, 2, 3, depending on how well they come together, how much work needs to be done. I often go back and redo things if I don't like the first iteration of it, think something needs to be changed. So there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes. Many, many thanks to Mike. I could not have done this without him. I've told you guys before, he is my tech guy. He's my big brain. He says he doesn't know a whole lot about the shopping cart end of it, but he sure has this instinctual understanding of things much more than I do. So what I want to do is kind of show you around a bit, show you what's on the shelves, show you all the options that I've come up with and how my brain has worked to kind of answer all the different, I guess the different ways you guys like to handle your charts, what you prefer. I know I can't please everybody, but I think I've come up with a way that there will be something for most of you that like full coverage charts. And for those that have no interest in full coverage charts, I have something for you too. So let's get started. Jan Hicks Creates stunning cross-stitch designs. Now, the website is madforyarn.com because that is, that's what's on the server. So you can't really change that without a whole lot more work and more money. But I can title it whatever I want. And so Jan Hicks Creates stunning cross-stitch designs. So I do have things kind of set up by category. Right now I have, 6, 7, 8 categories. The basic: sunset, lights, lighthouses, landscapes, doors and windows, of course. As I get new categories, this will grow. I don't plan to have too many categories, but you never know. I have years of photos to go through. And of course, I'm only picking out the best ones, or even not even the best ones, but the ones that I think will make good cross-stitch designs. There's something pounding here. Please forgive the glare coming through. I'm going to try and minimize that as much as possible. So up here at the top, I just have a little introductory paragraph with some links in it. I will talk about those in a second. So let's go first and foremost. There's only one item in the landscapes category yet, the Grand Prismatic. So what I have done as I worked more and more on this and did more, not only learned the software better, but did more photos, I decided that I do not want to create huge patterns that are going to overwhelm and that are going to take years to finish. Now, these will still take a long time. These are not small patterns, but, and there are a couple still that are kind of large, but for the most part, I'm trying to keep them in the 200 to 300 stitch count range. 150-ish is the highest floss color. So again, not tiny, but not as huge as some of the Heaven and Earth design ones can get. All right, so you click into the category and you will have multiple choices. click on one of the choices. Landscapes, we only have Grand Prismatic. So what you're going to see is the images, and then you'll see 4 choices here. This is what I mean by I'm trying to have the most options for you out here. The main category is high res or low res. So high resolution or low resolution. And what I mean by that is the high resolution are going to be your bigger ones, your with more floss colors. So the bigger it is and the more floss colors is what gives you more detail in an image. And so that's more high resolution. Low resolution then is going to be a smaller image in general and fewer floss colors. Floss colors can range anywhere from 60 to 90-ish in the low resolution. So within the high resolution and the low resolution options then, I also decided to give you the option of small print or large print. And what that means is small print has 80 squares across on the chart on any given page, and large print has 50 squares across on a page. Each page 50, each page 80. I reasoned that for those of you that work on a tablet, it doesn't matter how small the print is because you can zoom in and make it as big as you need it to be. So that is what the small print is for. For the large print, the 50 symbols across on a page, that is for those of you who like paper, who are going to be printing out this pattern. So you'll have high res, you'll have high res, large print, small print, and you'll have low res, large print, small print. So that is what you're seeing here. So you are going to decide whether you want the more colors, the bigger image, and whether you want it, you're going to be printing it out, in which case you'd pick large print, or whether you're going to be using a tablet, in which case you'd pick small print. The patterns are exactly the same within the high res and the low res options, and the cost is the same. The thing that changes is the number of pages. So obviously large print, fewer symbols across the page means more pages. Small print, more symbols on a page means fewer overall pages in your pattern. Make sense? If at any time it doesn't make sense, I'm going to go back to home here, or even on the about. So I have a link to the about page here, or you can link it up here. And on the about page, I have a little picture of me and my honey, picture of the kitties, a little bit about us, and then I describe those options in here. So anytime you have any, I'm not quite sure, go to the about page. The information is there. So let us go back to the Grand Prismatic. Isn't that an awesome picture? Ah. All right, so the images, I want to talk about them a little bit. So you can see the main image, and then these are the gallery images. To see them all big, there is a magnifying glass there. So that's going to bring up this gallery type page. Each one of these images has a description on the bottom. So this is the original image of the high res design. Now, many times I use the same image for both the high res and the low res, but there are times for the low res version I will crop out some just to make the original image smaller to start with. So this is the high res image with the main Grand Prismatic and then the 2 other hot springs. Anytime you see a frame around an image, that is the computer generated design from the software. So that is the mock-up of the stitching. Again, This is the full image. This is the high-res mock-up. If you ever have any question, I have the description down below. So high-res image. As you can see, this is what I mean. For this particular one, I did crop it for the low res. Again, it has the frame around it, so this is the stitched mock-up created by the software. So, and that description is down there below. And then this is the original image for the low res version. Make sense? Click out of that. Let me go back and find one where I use the same for both the high res and the low res. I do have the Find Your Joy pattern in here. Now there is not separate options for Find Your Joy. It is just that design. But we still do have the gallery images. So that is the stitched mock-up, and that's the original design from Photoshop. So, Santa Fe decor. You know, this one, I'm doing it. I'm doing the high-res one. High-res is, oh, and that's the other thing I forgot to mention. On each page, down below, the layout of this is a little bit wonky, but make sure you scroll down on any page and you will see all the details of the design. So the low res, what the stitch count is, how many floss colors, what each dimensions will be for the finished design. This does not include the extra fabric you need for framing. This is only the design itself. So always keep in mind you need to add that on. So low res, high res details, and then some other information down below here. I will get to that in a second. All right, so let us look at, if you ever have a question about whether you want the high res image or the low res image, go ahead and bring up this gallery. All right, so that's the low res image. Come on. Whoops, I think I passed it and didn't even know. Low res image, high res image. Okay. Okay, so the low res image, again, trying to get in between all of the glare. Low res image, high res image. It doesn't look like it changes a whole lot, but there's a whole lot more colors in the high res image. And so what I recommend you do, if you aren't sure, is bring up these gallery images and switch back and forth between them and stand back and see if you like the low res image, thinking, I don't want to use, let's see, what do we have here for the high res? The high res on this is 191 colors. Yeah, the low res is 114 colors, so it's still a lot. The high res finish size is 349 by 349. The low res is 253 by 253. So if you aren't sure, if you're looking at that thinking, really, look at the difference between the low res and the high res gallery images. Stand back and see which one you think you can live with, basically. If you're somebody that loves those big projects, like me, you're gonna go for the high res. But if you don't, but you still wanna do it, check out the low res. Stand back, see what it's really gonna look like hanging on your wall. And I think that will help you decide. All right, for those of you that are not full coverage people, each product has this here. If you would like just to have a printout or a print or some other media, click on that gallery link and it is going to take you to my shop on Fine Art America, where you can buy the print in a variety of formats. We have canvas, framed, art print, acrylic, metal, wood, as well as different products, tote bags, pillows, beach towel, iPhone cases. So each of my products is linked to its page on Fine Art America if you just want to get the print on something. Now, as well as that, I'm going to go back to home. In this descriptive paragraph up here, I also have a link to my gallery in general on Fine Art America. So you will find all of the images that I've uploaded there so far. There are some that I do not have cross-stitch patterns for and that I won't have cross-stitch patterns for. So, and I will be continuing to upload to that too, both from my patterns and just other images in general. So there's that option for you that don't like the full coverage. Now, the process. When you make a purchase, I only have PayPal as your payment option, so you will need a PayPal account. You will be taken to PayPal where you will make the payment just like you do with any other transaction. You'll be returned. Actually, I think you have to click a button to return back to my page, and you'll be returning to a thank you for your order page. Now, you will then get, once the transaction is complete, you will get an email that will have the download link in it. Make sure if some time goes by and you don't get that email, check your junk folder. When Mike was testing this yesterday, the email went into his junk folder. I mean, really? I never junk. So anyways, it may have gotten lost. Check for that there before you, and then if you still can't find it, let me know and we'll take care of it. Downloads are going to be forever. They aren't going to expire. I would ask that you create an account. And actually the software should make you create an account, because otherwise if you need to come back and re-download it, you need to have an account to log into so you can reach it, right? So, but the login links or the download links should be there, you know. They're not going to disappear. I don't have them set to expire or anything. So, don't all rush at once. There's plenty for everybody. Like I said, I will be uploading more. If there's any of my photos that you've seen that you really want to do, let me know. I don't have any particular order in which I'm creating designs. It's just kind of whatever I feel like. I'm currently working on a Christmas one. I'm also doing something with a flower that I'm not sure it's going to work. So stay tuned for that. I may be asking your opinions at some point here. But yeah, so I don't have any particular order. So if you say, Jan, you had that sunset, and if you can, you know, point out to me which one it is, then I'll get working on that. Custom orders, probably I want to get, you know, a good chunk of my own up, but I'm certainly open to doing custom orders as well. And I will, if somebody has a custom order, I'll just create a new product for that you'll buy, and then we'll work out how to get the image to me. With the images, I will be doing editing on them. Your image needs to be bright. It needs to be full size. But I find that editing really helps create a better pattern. So you have to be open to that if you want me to do a custom order for you. There was something else that went through my brain and I can't think of it right now. I think that's about it though. Please let me know if there are any issues. I will be most pleasantly surprised if there aren't any issues. But please let me know, because we want to take care of, you know, any glitches that might happen right away so that other people do not, you know, have the same problems. Let me know what you think. I am excited and nervous and thrilled, and my brain is exploding. Years of photos, let alone all the ones I'm taking here on Hawaii. So it's going to be just an ongoing process for hopefully many years to come. Who knows where this is going to go? I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And I look forward to your feedback. Fran, again, little Fran snuck in while we were sleeping and while we were still stocking the shelves. And my first order, it was thrilling when I woke up this morning and saw that. So anyways, guys, have a great day. I will be back tomorrow with a Stitch with me. Until then, I will talk to you soon.